We've covered the CPMCAD interface, how you load data, run calculations, and trigger output. Now let's look at the other side, what actually appears in your AutoCAD drawing. This is where CPMCAD delivers one of its core values, schedule graphics that are native AutoCAD entities, not imported images or OLE objects. Everything CPMCAD draws is standard AutoCAD geometry. Lines, polylines, text, blocks. When you select an activity bar, you'll see it in the Properties palette just like any other entity you draw yourself. That means you can use every AutoCAD tool you already know: move, copy, scale, change layers, adjust colors, modify text, on the schedule output itself. In this video, we'll walk through some basic CAD commands and workflows for the novice AutoCAD user, so the CAD skills never become the limiting factor when using CPMCAD. And of course, AI tools are always a great resource if you need a quick refresher on any AutoCAD command along the way. How do you share or print your CPMCAD schedule? The easiest method is to simply share the AutoCAD file itself. You might be surprised how many clients and stakeholders already have access to AutoCAD or a free DWG viewer, even if they don't have scheduling software like Primavera or Microsoft Project. Sharing the native file gives them full pan and zoom capability and keeps everything crisp and sharp at any scale. The second approach is scaling to fit when you know your audience will be viewing on large monitors or screens. In a digital presentation environment, standard text legibility rules don't really apply the same way they do for print. If your viewer can zoom in, a fit-to-screen PDF or plot works perfectly well and keeps the entire schedule visible at a glance. The third approach is for traditional paper printing, and this is where it gets a little more involved. Rather than forcing your entire schedule onto one sheet and losing legibility, you can print at a true one-to-one scale and use multiple viewports across several sheets, essentially breaking the schedule into logical sections that each print at full readable size. It takes a bit more setup, but produces a professional result that holds up on paper. To wrap up, let's touch on a few key concepts and commands worth getting familiar with. First is understanding the difference between model space and paper space. AutoCAD has roots going back to the 1970s, when the built world relied entirely on scaled paper drawings for construction projects. A helpful way to think about it: imagine two scenes. Scene one is the real world. You're out on the street, standing next to a light post, where everything physically exists. That's model space, sometimes referred to as Tile Mode 1. This is where CPMCAD will draw your schedule. Scene 2 is your living room, looking out the window at the same streetscape. Your living room is paper space, and the window is your viewport. You can have multiple windows, multiple viewports, each set to a specific scale. For CPMCAD, a one-to-one scale works perfectly and keeps things simple. Paper space is also known as Tile Mode 0. There's a bit more to it than that, but AI tools are genuinely excellent at walking you through these concepts in more depth, and we'd encourage you to use them. Beyond that, the everyday commands you'll reach for most: copy, paste, cut, move, trim, extend, and erase do exactly what they sound like they do. Within a surprisingly short period of time, you'll be moving comfortably around AutoCAD, ready to produce and share polished, professional CPMCAD results.